Hello everyone, welcome to Dickson's Java 101 tutorial 11. And today I'm going to show you a do-while loop. So in my previous tutorials, I've taught you how to use a for loop and a while loop. Just a recap, for loop looks like this. So for, you create your int I variable, and we want to usually start it from 0, and then I is less than 5, because we initiated the first number and then we wanted the ending number. And then we usually wanted to either increment or decrement the loop. Secondly, the while loop looks like this. We have a while loop, an open bracket, and then inside the brackets you have the conditions. If the condition is met, it will either continue. If the condition is not met, or decontinue. It really depends on the situation. And then you have your open and closing curly brackets. Today I'm going to teach you how to do a do-while loop. Simply, you tell the computer to do this statement first. So you do anything that's between the do curly brackets, and then you have your little condition called the while. Simply, it looks like this. So I'm just going to use a similar example. I'm going to ask the user to enter numbers, any number they want, because I don't know when they're going to stop. That's why if you know a stopping point, you usually use a for loop. But since I'm telling the user you can enter as many numbers as possible until you hit like a 0. If you enter a 0, the loop will break. So I'm just going to give a very simple example here. So I'm going to print out an instruction, enter enter a random number. Enter a random number. And then enter 0 to sum up all your data. So I'm going to ask the user to enter a number, and then also stating if you enter 0 to sum up all your data. So with the create a variable, I'm just going to create an int here. I'm not going to create the top. So int data is equal to input dot next int. So I created there. And then I'm going to create a sum. And sum is equal to plus or equal to data. Since this is wrong, because I have to initialize sum, so I'll probably put it up here. And sum is equal to 0. And sum is equal to 0. Sum is equal plus or equal to data. Remember, it was that continuous adding on formula. Now, now we need to print out the sum. But we want to print out the sum when someone enters the 0. So while data does not equal to 0, while data does not equal to 0, and then you can print the statement once the loop has been broken. This is the loop. So we get the sum of all the entered numbers we call it sum. Awesome. Let me see why data is in red. Okay, this is very important because I took the shortcut and put in there, but when anything that is outside the curly brackets, the computer can't read it. So this is a very common mistake and I'm still learning. I have to create the local variable data and I have to actually create it at the top. That's why it's good coding practice to have all your variables and data types at the top. Now we just have a duplicate. Yes, so that's why it's very important to create all your data types at the top, and your int cannot be in there because it will be duplicated. So data, data, and data. Okay, so I'm going to run this. So I'm going to hit 1, you see, 2, 10. This is the do while loop. The print statements are running first. My enter data, so 1 goes into data, and my sum plus or equal to data. So it's sum equal to sum plus data. The program is adding up all my enter numbers. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 should be 15. 1 plus 2 plus 10 plus 3 is 15. So when I hit 0, because I hit enter 0 to sum up all your data, the sum of all the entered numbers is 16. That is very interesting. 3, oh, I added it wrong. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 10 is 13, plus 3 is 16. Yeah, so the computer program is very accurate. The sum of all the numbers is 16. So just to recap, you have the difference between a for loop and a while loop. Create all your data types at the top and your variables. Once it's created, you can apply it to all your formulas, even though it's within a mustache. So you have your do, open curly bracket, closing curly bracket, and then you have your while condition. While the data is not equal to 0, you keep on doing this loop. Once it is equal to 0, it will get outside the loop and it will just print the statement. So I hope you guys play around with the for loops, the while loops, and the do while loops. In my next tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to do a switch statement. Thank you.